Welcome back to Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots, home of wrestling entertainment champions, a ground-breaking Netflix deal, WWE's scariest moments, and who really does need WWE? All of this and more tonight in our room where it happens. But first, let's see who's making their way to the ring.
Mischief, you heard? Yeah, baby.
Pretty chubby flaco, dímelo mi gente.
Yes, JP Savage here. Remember, a mongoose loves to eat brains. What?
The All-Father. Old school Joe.
I don't approve that.
Let's get it, gentlemen. And of course, with swag and flash, JP already manages to stumble old school Joe bright and early. How we living, fellas? Welcome back, bro. Joe School, you've been gone for a minute. How you been?
Joe School.
Joe School.
Joe
That's
School. You know,
School.
it's that next level, whole nother level. Doing good, baby. Doing good.
I see that. Yo, stay inside your box, bro.
I'm gonna try to. I know what happened there.
Yo, what's up with you,
Listen,
bro? What's going on?
Sometimes it's hard, yo. Yeah, you gotta keep focusing, and you gotta keep it moving. But like so, we will get focused and we will keep it straight and steady. It's time to run those ropes. And one person who wishes they can just stay focused and keep it on track. One Marty SCURL. Yes, I may be the undisputed villain in town these days, but one Marty SCURL is still lurking around the bouts in ROH. It's just that they have nothing for him right now. We all know why, who is missing in action because of what, right, guys?
What happened? Oh, yeah. First and foremost, Victor Villain, I want to give you big thanks for saying the name because I always
what?
Marty
SCURL.
Listen, he needs to disappear for a little bit, bro.
It was like
same thing with Joey Ryan. Like, it is what it is, yo. They ain't got nothing for him. Maybe they should change his name like they did Riddle. Maybe it should be Marty SCURL instead of SCURL.
Nah, they should be Marty SCURL. No te pase, loco.
Marty Squirrel.
Marty SCURL.
I don't know if I would go after an animal that likes nuts and refer to
Hey, but speaking of going after an animal, not after an animal, but hey, listen, going after somebody, right?
Going after nuts. Speaking of going after nuts, go ahead, Dick.
That's a great one. AEW and the WWE are reportedly going after Thunder Rosa.
And it'd be nuts not to, because Thunder Rosa is amazing. And she's proven her worth every second she's been available. When she was on NWA, she recaptured our hearts, right? Everybody was talking about Thunder Rosa again. In fact, she became the NWA Women's Champ in no time.
Facts.
And then she brought that to the MMA ring, and then she brought that to the AEW ring, and she showcased NWA in a way that Nick Aldis has not.
Oh my God!
What has Nick Aldis been?
He said UPW garbage.
All my sinuses are gone now. All of them shits.
Go back to Impact.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yo, you know where Aldis has been. If Mickey James performing, he got to be home with the kids, bro. Come on. It takes two to tango, man. It takes two to tango.
Yo,
it takes two. But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this though. Why have Rosa lose the belt? Because that to me smelled right away. She's leaving. It's transitional. I get it. Cool. Bam. I thought AEW was the move. Why take the belt if she might stay?
But not for nothing.
Nah, I don't think it had anything to do with it. The belt she lost. Apparently, they're saying it was just a story. It has nothing with her leaving the company. But as of now, she is still contracted to NWA.
Yeah. You know who else said that? Vince McMahon during the Montreal Screwjob.
Yo, but
just saying.
Billy Corgan though still has our trust. He's been smashing pumpkins for years. Like we still got him. You know what I'm saying?
We hope that's the only thing he's smashing.
Nah, I hope he smashes something else. I don't. Is he a monk? Like he's just.
I'll tell you what's smashing.
Just don't be underage or any of the roster.
Yeah, just keep it at the age. Keep it the right age. We good.
Yeah. Learn from Marty Scurl's mistakes.
Jesus.
So, in terms of Thunder Rosa, right? Yes. She's amazing. Does she stay? Does she go? Is she really signed, or is that a work? Because it's about time we start working contracts too. I don't think the public needs to know. Like, this is a soap opera. Like, I don't want to know those behind the scenes details. You know what I'm saying? Or at least work them. Like, yo, make them a work. Yo, sometimes let like contracts be up, and like make that a story. And I know they have, but right now, like we've got a lot of this. Dude, knowing exactly when people are done.
I agree with you 100%. If you guys follow us on IG, HPC2 Sweet on IG and Twitter, on YouTube, everywhere you can find Heel Spots and Chair Shots, I reposted this awesome post, and it was pretty much apparently President Trump has a
Twitter video.
It was a Twitter video where President Trump apparently has trackers that keeps accounts of people that go against him, and they're pretty much a criminal record, the things that that's happened to them, and they have Ronda Rousey on that list.
You've been eliminated by President Trump.
What? Ronda Rousey's on the list?
Ronda Rousey, and it said that she was arrested in WWE 2019 at a WWE event.
Yeah, what?
So even the FBI works. Right you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. When it's born, yo, JP's absolutely right. It was a letter. It was like a worksheet from the Republican Party, and they were trying to like see what stars would endorse Trump. So it's kind of like that preliminary list of like who they're gonna harass to be in their public service announcement video. And Ronda Rousey's on the list, and it says like a Democratic supporter, typically anti-feminist, right? Has anti-feminist views, and was arrested at a WWE event in 2019.
Yes.
Okay. Talk about keeping kayfabe alive, right?
That's all it is.
I want more. I want more of that. I want more presidential candidates thinking that this shit is real. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I want everyone to think all this shit is real.
Oh my god.
You know
what? November.
You have the Antifa retribution coming into the.
Ooh, you don't like retribution?
They had a rough week this week, losing Hurt Business, I think, right? Or did they actually win that?
Yo, JJ, I agree with you. Fuck retribution. I think it's definitely time for contracts to be loose so that performers can work wherever they want. They're independent contractors, right?
Yo, but the fact is, you know what? I feel like that's something that they should work. Them, like, you got to negotiate that shit. That's a employee thing, because they're independent contractors. There's no union. You negotiate your terms. They can make an offer. They can accept or deny your terms. They can counteroffer you. Blah blah blah. But as an employee, you should be able to negotiate those terms. If you take whatever contract they give you, that's on you. And I understand that, right? Like,
but not as an employee, as an independent contractor, my friend. You're running your own business. You call the shots, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck trying that.
That's what it comes down to.
One day, maybe. One day, maybe.
Like listen, it used to be done back in the day, right? Guys used to come into New York, and Vince Sr. would say, hey, I'm going to have you work from January of this year till February of next year. And then you out.
Right.
So there will be change one day. I mark these words, ladies and gentlemen. We keep up faith. But keeping up faith and hope is also tying into our next topic here. WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen. They're keeping hopes alive for a full stadium, even though the mayor is all for it. Not everybody else agrees. 20% capacity for the Super Bowl might be the case for WrestleMania as well. WrestleMania 37 to be scheduled at Tampa Bay once again at the Raymond James Stadium. How do we feel? We going this year, guys?
Yo, Big the Villain, you couldn't pay me to go, bro. Yo, have fun, everybody. Y'all forget where we at?
It's gonna turn what would be 60 to 80,000 fans to 10 to 13,000 fans at WrestleMania. That's gonna be crazy. Oh, and they're gonna be in pods 6 feet away from each other,
and they're still gonna catch COVID.
That sounds like Victor Villain's gonna be there for sure.
Yeah, if you keeping it safe, why not? You know, I mean, it's at least an option. It's gonna be this year. Who knows?
It's an option.
One thing's for sure. I am for the fact that this governor is still pushing the fact that he wants the entire stadium filled, and we still have some common sense out there, and people opposing and doing these creative alternatives that would wind up with less people at the show. So if you do decide to go, more power to you. You know that they are putting in the proper precautions in place. So there is that.
Yeah, you forget people. All right, let's just keep it moving.
Good luck.
It's groundbreaking, really, that people will still be able to make it to WrestleMania. But what else?
And that gets a chair
more groundbreaking than that.
Of the week.
Let's say a contract, a deal, so to speak. A contract signed making Vince McMahon another deal with Netflix. Yes, he will be doing a documentary. The very famous Pandemonium movie has been nixed, and now we're going to go this route. He signs with Netflix, and we're going to do, I think, a 2 to 4 part, I think, is it? Documentary series with Vince McMahon. I'm thinking Michael Jordan documentary type shit, you know? Same style, at least. It's the writer from...
It's going to be a fluff piece.
Is the producer from Fighter Fest.
Just to tune in with the fans, JJ is asking, she thought WrestleMania was going to be in California. Yes, that was until COVID. Now, as you know, they're only performing in Florida, so that's why Victor Villain is mentioning Florida, because if they want to fill a stadium with any capacity, they're going to be the only hope at this moment, unless some crazy shit continues to happen in Florida.
Yeah, Florida's wild. Nothing is concrete. They still made a statement saying that regardless, due to all the happenings, that they're still keeping everything their options open.
Yo,
so
don't forget that everything started like 5 years ago when someone ate someone's face in Florida. And then it's just been downhill from there.
Thank you, Florida.
Everyone only remembers COVID.
But do you?
So what you're saying is COVID started because of the bath salts.
Yeah.
Yes.
But do you blame the backwoods of Tallahassee, or do you blame the Hialeah folk? Like, where are we going with this?
I gotta step up your recreational palate. That's what happened.
The Appalachian inbred of the South. Yo, but the fact of the matter is...
So what did Bradley Cooper do to end this movie premiere? What happened?
Well, it wasn't really his fault. He
read the script.
He read the
script. No, Vince saw him read the script.
It wasn't none of that. It wasn't none of that. He was waiting for word, and I guess nothing ever came of the production ends of things. He was down for it.
Vince thinks he's Brad Pitt. That's why.
I'm not gonna lie, yo.
Really? He thinks he could do better than Bradley Cooper?
Yo,
really?
No,
he probably don't know who Bradley Cooper is. He thinks it's Gary Cooper.
He was watching the Avengers, and he's like, I want that guy. And it was Thor. And then they thought he pointed at the raccoon. And they were like, okay, we'll get you that guy. And it was Bradley Cooper, which is not bad.
You sure he didn't point that baby Groot?
Listen, Chris Hemsworth is already doing the Hulk Hogan one. He can't do Vince too.
Oh, Jesus.
Maybe he could do Chris Evans.
You know who played a good Vince back in the day? Triple H. Remember Triple H and Shawn Michaels? When they did Vince and Shane?
I never heard of them.
Word. That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
But you ever watch The Chaperone?
Oh, me neither.
Me neither.
Or Blade Trinity.
Shout out to Ariel Winter, though.
Oh, man.
Triple H is much funnier off script.
Sir. Yeah,
much funnier off script. Yo, JP, put your pants on, bro. What's up with you, B?
He never wears pants. Come on, we're only on episode 133.
A rather large bump you got there, JP. Speaking of bumps, It's time for What's Bumping, ladies and gentlemen. So, shout outs to JJ showing us love. She made a great point about contracts and then the companies making percentage off of them. I like that. We're gonna dig a little bit deeper into the contract per se. There's a lot of free agents out there. There's a lot of rumors going around. We just heard
rumor has
ROSA is on the brinks of leaving, hopefully, and maybe she winds up somewhere, either in Florida or in Connecticut. But either here or there,
either in Florida or in Florida.
Do we need Thunder to be going to WWE? Who really does need WWE per se in 2020?
To your point, I don't think she needs WWE. I don't think there's anything that she needs to do over there because I don't trust them. Like, if I was Thunder, aside from like a fat paycheck, I'd have no interest going to WWE. What are they going to do to her character?
This is the same company that was going to bring her in before as a referee.
Wow.
Yeah, facts.
Wow.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson's receiver, right? Remember that story? That's exactly what they did with Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Look what they were doing.
Wow. So some would look at that and see it how you just mentioned it great as a negative, but maybe they could use that as motivation too, because this is some of the greatest stories that you hear from WWE, the ones that, oh, they let me go and I came back. Oh, they wanted me as a ref, but I came back and I made it to the big time. Or, you know, they cut me and whatever.
The problem
Victor Vince.
Go ahead, JP.
Thank you, my good man. The thing is, you need to understand is that the wrestling industry right now is in a wonderful state, right? And the reason why I say that is because talent today is more than ever in control of their brand and their character, with the exception of the E. They don't even let them do their own Twitch, right? But across the board, people are making money on all different levels, whether it be Patreon, whether it be online, with social media, going to independent shows, having the contract where they can go every different show, traveling. They're building their brand. Look at the Young Bucks, what they were able to do, right? So it's not necessary.
Can I also slide in another name that doesn't get credit?
For what? Doesn't get credit
Cabana.
for what?
Who? Cabana.
If it wasn't for Colt Cabana, the podcast and the merchandising from Pro Tees wouldn't have happened.
Facts.
That's true.
You know, so you're seeing that it's not necessary anymore. Will we think any less of if we don't see the Young Bucks back at WWE? No. The Young Bucks probably at this point are like, it would be a waste to see them in WWE. It doesn't discredit their career. Like, we understand WWE is always the goal to say you got there, but it's not necessary. And if you want to make more money, it may be the place to not go, right? If you want to have that flexibility.
I will disagree with you about the money. I think the WWE will always have the deepest pockets. That's just facts, right?
Is it?
But they're gonna have the biggest pockets. They have just reported that as of the end of Q3 or whatever, right? They have broken every fucking WWE money record that they've ever had. This is the highest grossing year for them. If they do not report a loss, if they break even whole fourth quarter, they will have the highest earning year they've ever had. This year, with no fans, they've had this year. So they're too big to fail almost.
Yeah,
they're too big to fail, but I don't know they're gonna pay out like you think.
Exactly. The WWE making money doesn't mean that the performers are making money.
The WWE will throw money wherever it needs to throw money.
Yeah,
the Bucks have said they would have had to take a pay cut with what they were being offered
because Vince didn't see value in the Young Bucks.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He will pay for value. He will.
I think the Bucks in WWE, it's over. The only team that they WWE has ever had in the era of the Bucks that makes me want to watch them is the Revival, and that's it. And I don't think they can even make another team. They've shown that they can't make any more fucking superstars like they did back in the day. I don't think I'm gonna ever see a team that I want the Bucks to. Oh, let's go to fucking WWE so we can. Better chances that team is gonna leave. Better chances the Usos leaving.
They're the
only. That'd be the only team. The Usos. Boom.
Yo, but
keep it fucking moving.
Take out the Usos, then what? You got the New Day, who honestly, I feel like they're three singles guys. Like they're three singles guys that work well together. The New Day, in my opinion. Right? Obviously, they're fucking tag champs or whatever. But who else we got? The Street Profits. They are built from NXT. They're an NXT product. They were built there, and that's
you got thing. Private Party. I saw it already. Like
War Raiders.
WWE has not produced stars. That's why we're at where we're at with Roman. They're trying. But those are the highest grossing people. So those are their stars. When, in my opinion, Orton is the guy that needs to be their star. Right? He's the guy that's about to break the record. If you think about it, right? He's at 14 now.
Yep.
16 is the record.
Yeah.
So like that's the guy I'd put my money on. Not a returning John Cena, not a Roman Reigns who's got like this inconsistent push and flow with the fans and everything. Although right now he's hot.
It's money. It's money right now. Don't fucking disrespect.
No. But I'm disrespecting everything up until. All right.
Okay. That's fair.
Let's be real. Right after the Shield, it was like drifting in. He didn't even have his own. He didn't have his own outfit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing.
He just finally fucking took off his shirt and changed his outfit a little bit. He's been wrestling for 30 years.
Like what, 7?
Speaking of 31
and what happened to the entrance music?
Congratulations to Tommy Dreamer after 31 years of wrestling career. Amazing, bro. Amazing. Yo, Tommy Dreamer, my first fucking hardcore match I ever watched was in Union City, New Jersey. Mr. Talk to them. You know what I'm talking about. Ace Wrestling. Where AJ wrestled. First time I ever saw Tommy Dreamer live and fucking doing a hardcore match in a cage. And he came out the cage. I think it was Dan Math.
Oh, damn.
I think it was Dan Math. But crazy, yo. There was color. I mean, yo, phenomenal. Tommy Dreamer. And he's still doing it, folks. He's still doing it at Impact.
Didn't Savio
Vega tribute to Animal? I'm sorry?
Savio Vega closed that show.
Savio Vega?
Nah, I think it was Tommy Dreamer.
Was it Savio Vega and Tommy Dreamer?
Nah, it wasn't Savio. It was Dan Math.
Nah, so who's
Dan Math is definitely
shout out to Dan Math holding it down still.
Who came out that he was like
Dan Math, Puerto Rican
out? Nah, it wasn't Dan Math then, bro. No way. No way. It was like...
Well, it was somebody, bro. But either way, congratulations to Tommy Dreamer.
It wasn't a broomstick.
This guy, bro. You're useless, man. What the fuck were we talking about? Thunder Rosa going to the...
WWE and its priority these days. When do you say go to WWE if that's the case then? When do we say, all right, it's a good case to go? Because it can't just all be, like... Everybody's dream at one point was to end up in WWE. I just think there's just a different time frame to do it now.
If you're young, if you're starting, and you can make it into the PC, that's where you go. Yeah. And in my opinion, that's where you decide to go. Or if you don't love the business and you're there for the paycheck, just sell out later. Right? And I mean,
Lana.
And let's be real. Yo, there's nothing wrong with selling out, baby. Pad them pockets. Yo, you gotta.
Well, that's what the wrestler's interest is at, right? That Hall of Fame contract, no? Isn't that
so?
What's cool?
That's another thing. That's definitely another thing. But I'm gonna push on what Mischief said. If you're young, you want to get into the PC Center because you're gonna get top of the line training and amenities. You're gonna have the best of coaches. You're gonna have all the. I mean, these are things. If you catch any of our shooting the ish of people that have had experiences going to Performance Center. Like, you're going to get wonderful, wonderful training. Whether it turns into something on TV or not, that's a whole different story. But you're going to be prepped by the best. And that's something, even if you're not utilized, you can go to another promotion and explode because now you have that experience backstage, right, production-wise. And then the other piece is when you've done everything else you can do in the indies and you're about collecting that paycheck. a la AJ Styles. What else was there for AJ Styles to do?
See, but
he was going to wait for AEW. He wasn't going to wait for that.
He was offered.
But he didn't wait for that. He went to the E, right?
And he wanted the big bucks.
And now he's kind of pondering if he should have gone.
He's taking the Impact with his boys. If he didn't come out and said he's retiring.
And he almost went there to begin with. He almost didn't come to the E.
Yeah. He's more of it. He wants to catch his son's soccer games now, and I get it.
Plus, I think for AJ's an exception, right? Like usually, if a 40-something-year-old wrestler shows up, even with as many accolades as AJ Styles has, the E's not going to really look at it. There's really rare exceptions of them taking really older talent and putting them onto the main roster for a main roster run. You know, we love James Storm, and he's a guy we were all hoping we were going to see have a main roster run. But honestly, I think maybe now Impact is the better fit for him, because I don't know if they're gonna. They'll put him into that like Chris Hero player coach role if he ever went to the E. Like he'd be in NXT or even on the main roster, just kind of there to help the younger guys come up.
But I mean, look at what they're doing with Bobby Roode. Why would he go to the E? Right?
That's a mistake.
Unfortunately,
Adam Page is a good name, Danny.
Adam Page. Right now, who you guys match up with Kenny Omega in the E? Who can match up with Kenny right now?
Easily.
You mean as in a match or as like a character?
I don't know. Yeah. D-Lee, talk to us. What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah. Like I mean, as a character, I think Seth Rollins for sure. In the match, listen, I'd say Rollins. there's a whole Rollins, Murphy, Nakamura, Cesaro. You got some heavy hitters. You know, the E might not always put out classics, but they have the potential.
Finn.
Yeah, Finn, exactly.
Finn.
Daniel Bryan.
Sounds like a lot of NXT names that you just mentioned.
I'll even throw Johnny's name in there.
Johnny Morrison?
Gargano.
Wow. Psych. Because listen, Gargano has made Damian Priest look phenomenal. With the exception of the finish.
Yet again.
This week as well. You know what I mean? Like Johnny he is the Shawn Michaels of NXT.
Yeah, I would have to say Seth Rollins. Like Seth Rollins is the guy that can have the match, that can have the promo, that can have the storyline. Like that's the guy. That's got to be the guy that goes against Kenny Omega.
You know, the funny thing about that is I agree with all of those names you just said. Maybe about a year ago, the narrative in the question changed drastically since he's been in AEW, and now the names that match up with Kenny Omega are simple names like an Angel Garza, who's a mid-carder, and maybe Andrade, because he's also Andrade on the higher end of a mid-carder.
You threw Angel Garza in the ring with Kenny Omega right now? Is that what you just said?
My bad. You're right, because Angel Garza has done a lot more than Kenny has.
He's got potential. He
my bad.
With Andrade.
Wow, okay.
Him and Andrade.
Okay, hot take.
Aha!
So there's him.
I'm sorry, but Angel Garza, you got to feature like Sammy Guevara. Like, let's not be disrespectful here. The man he just came out last night with 2 models and a broom. Like, you can't disrespect him like that.
I'll give you that great
edge. I thought
hospitality skills are coming back.
It looks like he's back. And I can't wait. Finally,
you know how he's gonna be back?
His point has been trash.
If you can bring back Okada to the other side of the ring, he'll come back.
Ooh.
Stop it. Let's move on. NXT, ladies and gentlemen, is going on the fuego, and it's doing pretty good, might I add, because Halloween Havoc was this past week, but Vince is still not having it, man. Vince, he's not liking these ratings. The ratings war, he's been getting his rear end beaten as of late, and he's disowned NXT, apparently, rumors have said and reports have said. What does this mean, guys, for the future of NXT?
Best thing that can happen to is for Vince.
Celebration!
There's a conspiracy that nobody's talking about. Nobody's talking about the fact that Vince has been receiving emails from an unknown source saying, you need to take control of NXT. You need to take control of NXT. AEW might take over. You need to take control of NXT. And that's why when the ratings were down the last couple of months, who was holding the reins? It was Vince. You know who those anonymous emails were coming from? AEW, baby. The Young Bucks. They got into his head. They made him micromanage. And now he's done with it. And because he's done with it, this is what we got this week. Because Triple H is right behind the scene. This is what we got. A phenomenal, phenomenal product. It did justice to Halloween Havoc history. NXT, once again, is reigning supreme. But as amazing as NXT was, AEW had a good show too. They did have a good show.
That or nobody was watching. Or not as many people were watching, because it did get people watching. It's just the amount of ratings isn't as it was back then, right? So you have that. And then I to be honest, I think the real battle to be won here is in marketing and strategic ways of getting it to the wrestling fan that yes, AEW is the hype beast in town, the new kid in the block, and everybody's hyped for it, and that's pretty much the reason why everybody watches it. Half are fed up for WWE and jumped ship, and the other half are just excited about the new product. You got to make it a point to have these wrestling fans know that yes, that's okay, but we still have the better quality matches, and our stories aren't maybe not as long written as AEW's probably seem to be, but we don't ever mail it in, and that's the message that's not getting across, I feel. And even if it would, do you think it's gonna make a difference though?
Big the villain. Remember, the E is baseball, and motion. You're talking about the other fake sports like football and NBA. Yeah, they're the new toys. They're the flashy. They're exciting, full of adrenaline. But guess who still has the highest salaries? Guess who still makes the most money? Baseball. And that's the E. They never scared. They still going to make their money. But what they did do, and this is why they had a successful week, they focused and put their eggs on nostalgia. Nostalgia always works. And they used Halloween Havoc. And honestly, I have to give them credit. They did things I did not think they would ever do. That cinematic match between Loomis, bro.
And Grimes.
Something I haven't seen before.
Yeah,
that shit beat out the Undertaker, AJ
different.
Styles out the water. Beat it out the water. Yeah. Like, people got scared watching it. Shotzi Blackheart, phenomenal.
Yo, that match.
Oh, man, stop.
I said 3 times, I said 5 times. You lucky man.
Shout out.
My favorite hot fight happened.
Hey, old school.
Talk to me, old school.
I'm talking about Gonzalez and Ripley.
Tore it down.
I had not going in. I was like, all right, this should be a good 3-minute match, and we'll move on to the next. And those gals tore it up. They were main event caliber match right there.
Yeah, even Shirai and
and I would have said that.
They had a banger themselves.
I would have said that, but Pretty Chubb just said it. The main event, the classic, another classic
for sure.
Yo, things these women pulled off, you don't see, bro. I would say it was even crazier. Wait, Hell in a Cell was pretty crazy. Sasha and Bailey did go in, but this was very, very good. This was very, very good.
It was a crazy week.
And let's
Sasha Bailey stole the week. I think I'm with you on that for sure.
Yo, shout out to the women from WWE.
That was my favorite thing all week. It was how that match turned out and all of that. But I cannot not mention the uncomfortableness that I felt on Wednesday night Elite Hotshot, you right. Pete Dunne is back. Pete Dunne has made his big return, and he helped Roderick Strong up until he got to the fucking ring. And then Pat McAfee with the chair shot of the week turns out to have. Well, yeah, my bad. It wasn't Roderick Strong. It was Colorado that was in the ring. But Pat McAfee turns out
wrong double cross. Wrong double cross.
Double turn. Pete Dunne is with Pat McAfee and his goons. Holy shit. What the
Yo, why you mad, yo? Why you mad?
Yo.
Why you mad, yo? Why you mad, yo?
First of all,
why you crying?
Heel Pete Dunne is the best Pete Dunne, okay?
Shut up. Because heel Pete Dunne belongs wearing yellow and black, not on a team that doesn't even have colors yet.
Nah,
okay, but here's the thing. The guys wearing yellow and black now, they might as well be wearing white hats, right? Like, they're the cool guys. They're cool baby faces.
It has happened. The Undisputed Era has been baby-fied, and now it's time for Pat McAfee and his goons to take over and be the coolest heels on the fucking block. And I hate it, but I love it at the same fucking time. It's genius.
It's better than
genius.
Baby.
It's genius. Did you guys see what Pat McAfee did after the event?
Nah.
He said, "Fuck Roderick Strong." He literally tweeted, "Fuck Roderick Strong. Fuck Adam Cole. Fuck Kyle O'Reilly." And fuck the other guy.
Bobby Fish.
No, that's what he said. That's what he put.
The
fuck
other
the other guy.
Yeah.
Whose birthday was this week, by the way. Right? So, see, people are pissed about it, but there's two things I'm excited about. One, it wasn't a shocker to me, the phenomenal shape that Pete Dunne is in. Because if you watch NXT UK, you've already seen that. The man is probably in the best shape of his life. Secondly, you have someone like Pat McAfee who can speak. We've talked about this. He can speak. He can give him a mic. He can carry a show. Him being the leader of that faction, Pete Dunne has a thick accent, bro. It may not translate entirely well yet. We don't know that. Mm-hmm. Think about what promo has Pete Dunne done in the Pete Dunne done in the NXT. Yeah. What promo? Pete Dunne has come in and kicked ass.
I'm not saying this. You didn't hear me say it. It's not recorded. We didn't go live, and I never said it, but I'm here for it. I'm fucking can't wait. Pete Dunne is part of the stable.
Adam Cole again.
Pat McAfee's fucking cool, man. He's fucking kick. Cool. He's a kicker.
But listen, you can't talk about.
Kick the football.
You can't talk about Halloween Havoc, and I talk about Gargano winning the strap for the second time, the North American Championship. Whoop! Hey, another match, amazing for fucking Damian Priest.
You were hyped about that match too. It was money.
I honestly, once I saw Gargano win, I thought his boo was gonna get the strap as well. I thought the couple was going home with gold. I thought they'd go home with gold, and it didn't happen. They kept it going with Io. Hey,
but what
phenomenal match! And I love the way Shotzi found a way to get herself in the conversation in the main event, to get herself in the conversation for the women's title. That was just enough after the night that she had, It was great.
Speaking of Shotzi, she held it down all month long, hooking you up with some scary movies to watch. She was very into the Halloween spirit. All of last night was very, spooky and whatnot. It's going to lead us to our last bump tonight, guys. Spooky moments in wrestling. What can we remember that scared us? Kind of like the Halloween spirit. It doesn't really, I'm sure nothing really scared any of you guys, right? None of you had any nightmares.
You know what scared me? Fucking
Gobbledygook.
Miz getting the Money in the Bank briefcase, yo. That scared me. I was like, what the fuck? We're gonna get more Miz now. Yo, first of all.
Are you serious? Wait.
I am not here for the Miz. I am not here for the Miz.
You're not. I'm here for the Miz.
I feel like he's progressed a lot over the years. So maybe we give him at least another shot.
JP, you a fan of the Miz and the Misses?
Listen, yes, I am.
Yes, I knew it.
Nothing wrong with Maurice.
I tried to catch the episodes. I tried.
Listen, Maurice at the baby number 2 is looking like a whole full course meal. You know what I'm saying? But what the real is, what I'm really talking about is the Miz is a talker, man. The Miz can cut a promo. The Miz is money on the mic. The Miz has the type of mic skills you need in the main event. We talking about AEW being competition. You have people like Chris Jericho, MJF, exploding the mic. Put the Miz in the main event conversation. He could always be a chicken shit heel. That's fine. But if you want to carry entertaining promos, that's what you got to do. And giving him the money in the bank right now, the way they did, in a chicken shit way, is the perfect way to introduce him into the main event picture. Think about how he could elevate other stars, bro. Think about what the Miz could do working against somebody like Drew McIntyre.
JJ loves their show. It's true.
It's a great show.
I wrap it around my head already, and I can't come up with one name that would carry that briefcase like the chicken shit heel that it deserves. And it's true. I can't really find. Miz carries himself well. Immediately already starting beef with Drew McIntyre and already main eventing a match with him on Raw. So kudos to him winning it. I'm thinking more moments like the Boogeyman.
You're welcome, Elite.
Eating worms and shit.
Y'all remember when Abby the Butcher got electrocuted in the Chambers of Horror match?
Ooh, no. What?
Bro, that was like in '83. What are you talking about, bro?
Listen, go back to the network. We all pay our $9.99.
Yes, you all pay your
$9.99. A lot of nine.
I just log in, but y'all pay
$9.99.
Yo, Oscar, did that happen in this barbecue shop or in the ring?
We pay $9.99. You dig?
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Did it happen in this barbecue restaurant or did it happen in the ring?
Like I said, both.
All right.
But the Hep C happened in the barbecue restaurant.
Listen, when you want to talk about scariest moments in wrestling, I know one moment that caught me off guard. Definitely caught me off guard was when Undertaker mind fucked Diesel.
What?
And they pushed out that casket to the middle of the ring. Everybody's saying, yo, by the way, Vince McMahon as a commentator back in the day is phenomenal. The man just observing like a motherfucker. So they're pushing the casket. Paul Bear's there like, it's the Undertaker. He's in the casket. Diesel, he's being distracted. Barry Horowitz is about to win this match.
Barry Horowitz.
Talk to me, right? So, he ends up winning. And he comes out, he's like, this casket. He opens up the casket, and it's him in the casket. Him in the casket.
Where were you in 96 when that shit aired, huh? I was under my fucking covers, scared as shit.
Listen.
You want to talk about something that gave me nightmares?
Pretty sure he was already in bed because Mom said
I got you something with nightmares. When Sid Vicious broke his goddamn leg.
I mean, we just saw something like that this week.
Shout out to
Boy who broke his legs.
Yo!
In the outdoor wrestling backyard. Yo, didn't we share the GoFundMe?
Oh, God. GoFundMe, though.
Everybody saw that. That's been trending all week. God bless, man. Wow. This is why you have to have a legitimate ring, folks.
That man needs some milk.
And training. And training. You can't just be some guy's friend.
It was beyond that, bro. That ring was stiff, bro. It was worse than a boxing ring, bro.
Yo, do not blame the ring. He jumped from like 3 feet in the air.
Exactly. That's why it was impossible for that to happen.
It was his knees, not his ankles.
There was no knees. It was between the calf and the ankle. What are you talking about? His knees. His knees had nothing to do with it.
Yo, his knees had everything to do with it. That ring was a ring. It was a ring. Yo, they jumped from 3 feet. He jumped from 3 feet in the air.
To watch. Scary.
This guy.
The ring has to give, Mischief. Come on, you've been in the ring. That ring didn't even give. That ring didn't even give to water, bro. It was water repellent.
That man did not drink his vitamins. I'm telling you right now.
Credit card vertical. You would have fucking known that your knees could take a bigger impact than 24 inches, all right? There's no fucking way that this guy should have broken both his goddamn God-given knees bent backwards like a cricket. Coming out of here, jumping 3 feet in the air. If he would have jumped from the second story out the motherfucker, all right, his fucking cricket legs would have made sense. He would have been chicken walking all the way back to the car. I get that shit. But my man jumped from 3 fucking feet. 3 feet! Her knees are 3 feet. That's 3 feet. Yo, he could have jumped off a chair. You chair in your life? I don't see you with two fucking bump knees walking out here backwards. You freaking go looking motherfucker. There's no way. That has nothing to do with fucking ring. Nothing. Although the ring was hard as
trash.
Shout out to the GoFundMe. Y'all remember when shit used to be scary though? Besides scary sights, Undertaker. Undertaker was actually why.
Undertaker's gonna be on this list a lot.
But there was one time where his gimmick was like taken. Not that it was taken seriously, but it got over. And in '99, he was doing the sacrifices. You had fucking Stephanie McMahon crucified, Austin crucified, Dennis Knight when he sacrificed Midian. That shit was a whole like cinematic type of promo, man. And
I mean, anytime you put in pig's blood on somebody's chest and shit, you're gonna be fucking concerned, right? And that that was cool. Raise you one. You really want to scare somebody? How about I think I did to Macho Man Randy Savage on his wedding day to Miss Elizabeth? A beautiful day. Once again, narrated by Vince McMahon himself. Beautiful kisses. Of course, Macho Man will be the first one to take a bite of the cake. Savage. And they're opening presents. All of a sudden, Miss Elizabeth opens a Cobra, a King Cobra. And it's the Undertaker and Jake the Snake.
And it wasn't Cobra Kai.
Yo. Just in case y'all didn't know, y'all got worked. The Cobra wasn't really in the box, yo. Jake the Snake was holding a guarded snake. And they kept showing a Cobra when they showed the head. But when he's holding it, it's a guarded snake. I think Miss Elizabeth was a little scared. I think she was a little scared. Just some insider knowledge, because I got those eyes, you know what I mean?
I see your wedding, and I raise you the funeral where the Cobra bit Macho Man. That was scary as hell. Like that was
facts. I was trying to lead up to the scary shit.
God, bro, get there. You're like on Frozen.
I was working my way up.
Y'all remember when Papa Shango cursed the Ultimate Warrior and then he started throwing up on everybody?
No, me either. That was dope. They actually made
what happened to me and Ying this week? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, but with the
meth is a hell of a drug.
That's
cameraman.
They made an action figure set.
Cameraman. It is limitless.
Yes, indeed.
Yo, that was whack, bro. How are they gonna have Mia Yim spazzing out like a crackhead in the middle of the ring?
How they gonna have the ref calling her name?
Exactly. Like they broke
her name. Like,
you were saying Mia?
Yeah.
So he got work too.
Listen,
in the times of COVID, you can never be too sure.
Shout outs to the Brood for always holding it down with their bloodbaths, yo.
Word.
Dope.
Bloodbaths are dope. Yo, you gotta give it to Mankind too, bro. Mankind was some scary. Yo, him going after the Undertaker. Like, the Undertaker was one of the scariest people. And to see something like Mankind was the first person I ever saw that legitimately was not scared and would just go at the Undertaker, man. It was a sight to see. And if you're scared of the Undertaker,
you know what was scared when he fell off the goddamn cage. I was like, oh my God, he died. I thought someone died in front of me.
Yo, nah, you know what? Undertaker is gonna make this list a lot. How about when he put Stephanie up on that crucifix and it was Vince all along? God damn it.
He was a higher up.
I was like, damn, yo, like, what if that shit drops? This bitch is dead.
Undertaker kidnapped Teddy Long, yo.
Did he want to put him in a tag team match?
Yo, Teddy Long was talking shit. Undertaker, he was scared. He got security. He was in the middle of the ring. He's like, I'm out. Had a limo waiting for him. They escorted him. And then the driver was the Undertaker.
I love moments like that.
What about a recent spooky moment when Bray Wyatt appeared on the Miz's baby monitor?
Oh, that shit was fucking freaky.
Yeah.
That was weird. And then the baby Monroe had like dolls from the funhouse in the crib. What? And then she's actually crying too, so it's weird. It was very weird. And those are the unsettling moments. You know what I mean? That's dope. That's what you need.
Elite Hotshot remembers the Royal Rumble where Jake Roberts pulled the snake out on everybody.
Yes, 92, baby. 92.
That would have got you fucked up today, pulling out your snake on everybody.
That snake would have got fucked up today.
Buckle up, Teddy. Yes.
Buckle up, Teddy.
I think that what was the match where Bray Wyatt like imposed like maggots and shit on the ring? That was
that was Mania, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was WrestleMania. Yeah. How about when Bray defeated John Cena in Jersey, stand up, in a cage match when Cena was about to get out the fucking cage and that little boy comes out. He's got the in his hands. That was dope. I was there for that. I was there.
Yo, and that shit, they hit him double, right? Because that was around the time that Nikki wanted a baby. And then that happened, and that shit, like, I'm gonna blame Bray Wyatt why it never worked out. That's why it never worked out. It was Bray's fault.
Jumped in the ring.
How about when Kane was dragging motherfuckers to hell?
Oh, Kane.
Every time he did that shit. Every time.
Yo, how about the time Taker dragged Diesel to hell?
Oh, yeah. That was part of that same storyline, I think, no?
Yeah.
The Fiend Daniel Bryan.
How about when the Undertaker turned into the purple Undertaker? When he's in the casket.
My favorite Undertaker!
Dude. The favorite. Like, that's the best Undertaker there ever was, there ever will, ever will be.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Cuffs. Yeah, man. That moment, you see him through the casket. Oh, man. It was shot perfectly, bro.
He's like, yo, take these gray cuffs. Give me the purple ones. Everyone's like,
snap. Royal Rumble one?
Oh, no.
I think, yeah, when he was putting in the casket, remember?
Yep.
Versus Yokozuna, yeah.
Actually, they're both times were in Royal Rumble because the Shawn Michaels was Royal Rumble too.
Word. When Kane came out, you talking about when Kane came out?
Yeah.
How about when
Katie Vick,
thank you. Yo,
that was just
nasty.
nasty.
The whole time I kept saying Vicky Guerrero, and I was like, I knew it's not Vicky Guerrero, goddammit. And I couldn't remember her name. Katie.
Oh God.
Yo, how about Brian Pillman and Stone Cold?
Ooh,
Pillman's got a gun.
Pillman's got a gun. Like
that
what?
For the time, for their time, that was a thing. That was
this time, dude. They wouldn't even do it now. They wouldn't even do it now.
You know, what about Royal?
Back at it, it's not like that serious. I guess.
What about Royal Rumble 2000? When Mae Young.
That was scary.
I don't know what was scary, her titties or the bumps she was taking. I don't know what the hell was happening.
With that giant red X on the screen.
Speaking of Mae Young, every time her and Mark Henry had a storyline, I was scared. Because once you give birth to a hand, that means you are able to do anything. Like, there's no rules.
Yo, and they had Hero memories pretty chubby.
Yo,
remember when they set Sting on fire?
Word.
How about when Hogan pushed Paul White off the roof after that freaking
oh my God, the monster truck.
Monster truck madness, yeah. That
oh my God. Damn, I almost forgot that.
What about that one time when Undertaker hung Big Bossman off the Hell in a Cell?
Oh, word.
Yo, and he's just there dangling. He looked like he died, bro.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, yo. I was always scared. Back when I was like 3-4 years old, I was always scared when Ultimate Warrior was doing the promo, bro. Like, the man would just go on tangents, bro. And he started saying words I didn't understand. And I knew the words didn't match with what he was doing. And I'm like, this man is possessed, bro. Like, that was scary. We talk about intergalactic planets and shit, bro. Like, nah.
Yo, how about, hold on. I'm surprised, Old School, you haven't said any Kevin Sullivan shit.
Ooh.
Oh, I mean, will people actually remember the Army of Darkness?
Nah, that's why I was.
That's your job.
You think Chris Benoit remembers?
Wow.
It was supposed to top out. Nah, tell us about Kevin.
I mean, the man led a cult of freaks through Florida, through championship wrestling from Florida. Legitimately, people thought he was a satanic church member or the leader of the Church of Satan. He's had the cops called on him for it. To this day, because of that gimmick, they believe that he's the one that killed Chris Benoit.
Word.
Makes
Word.
sense.
Wait, he isn't?
Makes sense.
He was not.
If you want more information, make sure to watch Dark Side of the Ring. That's who Vince McMahon is avoiding to do his show and movie.
Such a heel move on the part of Vince, right? And speaking of heels,
Y'all didn't talk about
it's
Boogeyman,
time,
though?
gentlemen.
Nobody talk about
Boogeyman.
Talk about
No,
Boogeyman,
fuck him. Fuck
Yes.
him and his
mean-
worms. Fuck him.
Listen, any man is gonna eat worms. Like, you good, bro?
All he did was eat worms and scare Booker T and his wifey.
And the Miz.
You know
he
who
made
he
the
did
Miz
scare?
eat
Santino.
Cow tongue and brains. Come on,
I
now.
think so far, actually, the Miz and the Undertaker. The Fiend and the Undertaker are the most creepiest characters we've ever seen. Maybe a third place would be Papa Shango.
Papa Shango.
Abyss deserves a little notoriety there, just a little bit.
Papacito.
And,
Even though,
Giant
you know what?
Gonzalez
We
was
better
dressing
start talking
like a
about
man.
Dexter Loomis
Ooh,
after this week. Because
creepster.
what Dexter Loomis was able to bring to the table this week, we have never seen.
Oh, you know what? Elite Hotshot brought up Kane setting JR on fire during the interview. That was scary.
Ooh.
Yes.
That was scary.
That was
I
like
remember
in
that.
the moment when you were watching this, you
That
were
was
like,
on a Raw.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yo, was
JR.
that pre-paralysis or after?
Yo, y'all remember when
That
DDP
was
was stalking Taker's wife?
Oh, that was
Ooh.
That shit was
Yo,
a
so
chair shot.
when Kane lit JR on fire, if we did an episode that week, you think that would make heel of the week?
That'd be heel pop and chair shot.
My God, I got a family.
Snap, crackle, pop.
So who made the reigns this week, guys?
Yo, how about when Dolph Ziggler caused the King to have a heart attack? That wasn't scary.
Jesus.
That was a
That was
felony.
That was the dick of the week.
That was attempted.
JP's the dick of the week.
I'm sorry, I can't follow the rules.
I'm gonna. I pop loudest. I pop loudest for Sasha.
Shut up! Shut your dirty whore mouth! Shut it!
Damn.
The heel of the week was Johnny Gargano for cutting the damn pumpkin we've been waiting for all these years. He cut. The pumpkin didn't even make it past the first goddamn match. He cut that shit as soon as he came out. Halloween, that bastard.
Had to have
Listen.
Cut it too.
Listen, if I will make one critique about Halloween Havoc, what's up with the pumpkin? Like, that's what y'all went with? Y'all went with some Party City shit?
Oh,
like
they went with some Spirit Halloween, bro.
Like that's
Yo,
what
it was like a
deck.
cartoony ass like
Yeah.
ass pumpkin.
that was the only because when you think about Halloween Havoc, you're talking about they had skulls, they had ghouls, goblins, like that. That was a dope set, and the set was dope.
It was
but
the dirt.
That was the evidence
pumpkin
that
looked-
Vince is not supporting them anymore.
Yep, that's when Dollar Tree has to be it.
Yo,
Dollar Tree.
they bought that with
Shout
the
out to
Paul
Dollar
Best
Tree.
Steel card. Funded by 3 H's. That's what that shit was.
God.
How we
damn.
feeling about Jericho this week?
Ooh.
Somebody
The town
put
hall?
it as a chair shot. The town hall.
I thought the segment was I liked Ortiz actually in this segment.
Oh, at the end. Okay.
Yeah, Ortiz is typically like the comedic relief, but he took like a really serious role.
Shit got real.
Yeah, and you felt it. Like I felt it. I was like, oh, all right, like he real. Because usually he's like, we the best, and like that's it. Like he just gets like clown shit. But he got like some real lines today, and it showed like he got some chops. That shit was dope.
It kind of felt like he felt MJF was making a mockery of this shit, and he's like, "Yo, I work for this, and I'm here, and you're just gonna clown your way into the situation." It felt personal in a way. It was
JP
good.
got work.
It was good. It was good.
Ching, ching. Shout out to Roman Reigns' Thanos inspired glove that popped this week for me.
Oh, that shit was pretty dope.
Yep, and also a stabbing.
Roman
It was a stabbing
heel of the week.
Yeah, he'll be Roman for sure. Also talk to them.
Well, I mean, just that breaking down and getting all emotional because of his cousin pleading, and he's like, "Yo, this is Josh," and you're like, "Oh my God, they were using real names."
And the match was dope.
Yeah,
the match was dope, and it was well told.
It was
right?
a match.
Oh my God,
he beat the shit out of Jay. So not because he was gonna beat Jay. I believe that the story that should be told is that he beat the shit out of Jay, not to beat Jay, because he knew he wasn't gonna beat Jay. Like he wasn't gonna get him to quit. So he beat him enough to get Jimmy out because he knew Jimmy. And used Jimmy's weakness against him. And then he knew that if he beat the shit out of Jimmy, Jay would just quit because, it's my twin, yo, it's my twin.
And it's a beautiful way not to bury any of them, right? Like, because now they could all fall in line, right?
Jimmy got, and then we get it going with our stable.
And then to have the elders come out and acknowledge him to that,
That was a pop.
And then they
all. That's all the damn time we had for you folks this week. I don't care where you got your fix from, because I know you getting it from somewhere. Make sure you wash your hands and your ass. Pretty Chubby, please tell them how to show love to the bad guys.
Check us out on IG, Twitter, HPC2Sweet, and on our YouTube channel, Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Hey, remember, folks, Foco.com. Foco.com, HPC10 for all of your sports needs, bobbleheads, face masks, jerseys, all of your memorabilia, everything that you need. Foco.com, HPC10. We got you.
Subscribe button.
Yo, what about that